When it comes to vaccines, that comes from fear mongering. That comes from the occasional herd that gets sick and wipes out a lot of the animals. And, one of the problems that we have with livestock is that unlike a person, they can't tell you when they're feeling a little bit ill. We only know when they're gasping for air and they're like on their deathbed and we have to save a life. And that's why I'm not totally against somebody using an emergency antibiotic to save a life. If an animal's struggling to breathe and it's going down, we got to do what we got to do to save its life. It just then doesn't make it into our meat supply. But we're saving lives first and foremost, always. But basically what this comes down to is that people are worried about the worst case scenario, and they're not taught to build a healthy herd. They're taught to prevent a catastrophe. They're vaccinating every animal right off the bat. They're basically trying to prevent nature from taking its course, but doing it in a way that prevents their herd from dying and prevents the herd from getting sick. So they're doing it to save money because they can't afford to lose animals. I guess ultimately that's what it comes down to. It's going to come more down to money because we very rarely run into a rancher that's going to cry over a dead cow. They see them as dollars, unfortunately, and I'm not going to say every rancher's that way, but we seem to be the rare ones that get emotional over a sick animal, and it's just not the case with them. They see them as numbers.